Daredevil, Born Again Episode 8 delivers a jolt to the Marvel Cinematic Universe that fans will not forget anytime soon, twisting the show's narrative into its most thrilling shape yet while setting the stage for a finale packed with firepower, emotions, and brutal revelations. Initially announced as an 18-episode saga, the creative reshuffle brought Season 1 down to a tighter 9 episodes, while Season 2 will have 8. Yet despite fewer episodes, the intensity has only amplified. Episode 8 stands as a monumental pivot, not only because it marks the return of Wilson Bethel's Bullseye, a character whose presence electrified the original Netflix series, but also because it uncovers a tragic truth, a heart-wrenching betrayal, and a bullet that might redefine Matt Murdock's moral compass. Picking up after Episode 7 wrapped up Muse's arc with his death, Bullseye Benjamin Poindexter makes his dramatic reentry, bringing chaos, secrets, and more bloodshed into the mix. The storyline grows darker, richer, and more personal, revealing that while Kingpin is still a major threat, he is not the monster behind every crime, and someone far closer to Matt dealt the deadliest blow of all. The episode kicks off with Bullseye being dropped into general population, a move that seems less like prison protocol and more like a death sentence orchestrated by Fisk. But instead of dying, Dex thrives in chaos, eventually orchestrating one of the most creative prison escapes the MCU has seen, spitting a tooth into an officer's eye and vanishing in a cloud of deception. Meanwhile, Matt begins to unravel the mystery behind Foggy Nelson's death, haunted by what seems like an empty bar, a memory, and a glass of expensive scotch. Foggy had been celebrating something, a silent victory he believed was already his. This small detail becomes the key that helps Matt realize that Foggy's murder was not an act of randomness or vengeance. It was a hit, ordered by someone with precise motive and ruthless intent. That someone is revealed to be none other than Vanessa Fisk, Kingpin's wife, and now the power behind his throne. Her calculated calmness throughout the episode eventually cracks at the black and white ball, where her glances, gestures, and one subtle line to Fisk, "I have something to tell you," ignites Matt's full realization. Vanessa ordered Foggy's death, possibly out of fear, vengeance, or strategic necessity. This leads to an emotional standoff cloaked in civility as Matt and Vanessa share a dance, their bodies moving to the rhythm of music while their words stab deeper than any blade. Matt tells her, between the twirls and spins, that he knows what she did, and just as Bullseye opens fire, Matt throws himself in front of Fisk, taking the bullet meant for his greatest enemy. The complexity of this moment cannot be overstated. Matt Murdock, who has spent years fighting Wilson Fisk, chooses to save him not because he forgives him, but because of what justice means to him. Killing Fisk would be easy, but letting him live, holding him accountable through the system, is what Daredevil stands for. What's more, it's Vanessa who betrayed Matt by taking Foggy from him, not Fisk. That subtle separation between guilt and assumption becomes the moral fulcrum on which Matt balances as he decides to act not on rage, but on righteousness. Meanwhile, the story of Adam, Vanessa's former lover and the man whose existence threatened the Fisk's reconciliation, comes to an end in brutal fashion. Instead of hiding her affair or apologizing, Vanessa turns the tables, killing Adam herself to show Fisk that she is fully committed to him and their criminal empire. In a twisted way, this act rekindles their bond stronger than ever before. Across town, Bibi Urick takes significant steps toward uncovering truths of her own. At the black and white ball, she learns from the commissioner that the task force hunting vigilantes isn't the NYPD's operation, it's Fisk's. Even more chillingly, the files he holds confirm the corruption rotting at the core of the mayor's office and hint at the deeper conspiracy behind her Uncle Ben Urick's death, a storyline finally connected to the events of Netflix's Daredevil in a satisfying if tragic callback. The presence of Jack Duquesne, aka Swordsman, adds another thread to the tension-filled ball, as he meets with Fisk under the guise of political and financial discussions, though both men seem to be well aware that their power plays go beyond ports and policy. As Matt eavesdrops, it becomes evident that Jack may be playing his own dangerous game, and the implication that Swordsman could be either ally or adversary will no doubt resurface in the finale. Throughout the episode, Heather's suspicions about Daredevil and Muse having similar motives, operating in the shadows and doing good only when it serves them, mirror Matt's inner conflict. Kirsten also calls Matt out for his recent behavior, reminding viewers that even heroes can lose their way, especially when grief blurs their judgment. Still, it's Matt's ability to hold the line, to choose to save the man he despises in favor of a higher moral ground that defines him. The moment he throws himself in front of Fisk's would-be killer, not only does he shock his enemies, but he reaffirms what it means to be Daredevil. The pain, the choices, and the unwavering belief in redemption even when it costs him everything. The emotional weight of Fogg's absence, Vanessa's betrayal, and Bullseye's gleeful destruction paints this episode in bold, dark strokes. Daredevil, Born Again isn't just telling a superhero story, it's showing the limits of human endurance, the fragile boundaries between justice and vengeance, and the personal sacrifices heroes must make. With one episode remaining, the stakes have never been higher, the betrayals never deeper, and the moral questions never murkier. Episode 8 not only resurrected Bullseye with terrifying flair, but also cracked open the heart of the show to reveal the pain, betrayal, and resolve within Matt Murdock. This hour of television may well be the most layered and emotionally charged chapter in the MCU's small-screen history. And if the finale delivers on even half the promise this episode sets up, Daredevil, Born Again might just cement itself as Marvel Studios' greatest TV triumph yet.